Europe has always been really good at building motorhomes that feel luxurious, smartly designed, and still compact enough to actually enjoy driving. And today, I want to show you one that seriously caught my eye. This is Bürstner's latest signature floor plan, and it's aimed squarely at folks who want a lot of style and versatility without completely blowing the budget. Bürstner is one of those names that carries real weight in the RV world. The company's roots go all the way back to before the 1930s, but they officially jumped into campers and caravans in 1958. Since then, they've built everything from travel trailers to full-blown motorhomes, and over the years, the signature lineup has become one of their most attractive and approachable offerings. For 2026, they've rolled out a brand new layout, and that's what we're diving into right now. This one is called the signature SFT 7.5, and it really leans into that modern European vibe. Clean lines, clever use of space, and a layout that feels way more flexible than you'd expect at first glance. The price is also what makes people stop and do a double take. Depending on the market, it comes in at about £77,595, which is roughly $103,400 at today's exchange rates. When you compare that to similarly sized Class C or B+ motorhomes in North America, it's actually right in the same neighborhood. One important detail here is weight. The SFT 7.5 has a gross vehicle weight rating of 3,500 kilograms, or about 7,700 pounds. In Europe, that means it can be driven with a standard car license, just like a camper van, which makes it incredibly accessible for a lot of buyers over there. Where this RV really shines is the interior, because from the outside it looks pretty similar to the rest of the signature lineup. As soon as you step inside, though, you start noticing some very sneaky design tricks. Right away, your eyes go to the ceiling over the front lounge and dinette area, and what you might not realize at first is that this is actually a bed. With the push of a button, a full sleeping space for 2 lowers down, complete with lighting and storage. Some versions even appear to have a skylight, although that may be optional depending on how it's configured. When that bed is tucked away, the front lounge feels open and welcoming. You've got overhead cabinets, integrated lighting, and seating for 3 or 4 people, whether you're hanging out, eating, or even getting a little work done. Bürstner uses a patented rotating bench system here, which is a big part of why this area feels so adaptable. Moving toward the rear, you hit the bathroom, and this is another space that does double duty. On one side, you've got the vanity and toilet, but the shower is hidden in a very European way. There's a latch built into the wall, and once you release it, the entire vanity wall slides over, creating a proper shower cubicle with solid walls all around. It's a smart way to keep things dry and avoid bumping elbows in a tight space. Across from the bathroom is the galley, and there's more clever thinking here. The cooktop is covered by a glass panel, but instead of folding up, it actually slides toward you, creating extra prep space. There's also additional counter space over the sink. One thing I'm curious about is how this setup works while cooking, since it might limit access to the bedroom, but we'll need a deeper walkthrough to really know. At the very back of the motorhome is the elevated bedroom, and it keeps the same calm, modern color scheme you see throughout the rest of the interior. The cabinetry is clean and flush, which really makes the bed stand out as a focal point. Soft-touch wall panels and Euro-style windows give it a cozy feel, and storage is everywhere. There's a door to fully close off the bedroom, although a decorative pass-through near the galley still lets some light and visibility through. Customization is a huge part of the signature experience, which is why Bürstner's configurator goes on for pages. You can add solar panels, a 150 amp-hour lithium battery, and you get a generous 200 liters of fresh water, making light off-grid use totally doable. And that's before even talking about the chassis, the construction, or exterior living features. On the outside, the smooth, flush body really stands out, especially the one-piece front and rear caps. The rear design in particular is pretty unique compared to a lot of other European RVs. And of course, there's a massive rear garage that can swallow bikes, camping gear, outdoor cooking equipment, and pretty much anything else you want to bring along for the ride. All in all, the signature SFT 7.5 shows exactly why this lineup is so popular and why Bürstner keeps pouring serious research and development into it. I'm curious what you think. Would you ever consider importing something like this to the US, even with tariffs being what they are right now? Let me know down in the comments.